I know like this is hard for some people to understand because they're like, how do you do it? But I think like, especially wearing bodycon, I used to be like, oh, I don't want to wear that. Like I look like a sausage. Like, no. But then I always look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, why am I going to let my belly define me? Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, honeybee, like your belly. If someone was saying that you're fat behind your back. And I was like, oh, well, thank goodness you're telling me I'm fat because at least you didn't say I'm not unkind.
That's true.
I'm not sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not friendly. So it's like, it's, you know, for me, it was a lot of a mental thing and a lot of like changing my mindset.
Good. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Just One Bite. I'm one of your hosts, Nina at Psychofood.
And I'm Tiff at Take One for the Road.
And today we have a special guest with...
Life Through Honeybee.
Yay! So I'm so excited to have Honeybee here today because she is someone that I'm really like inspired by, especially with everything that she posts because she really promotes like body positivity and just overall like wellness in mind. And she also does Polynesian dancing, which I want to like get into it later.
Yes.
Because she's the one who got me into like kind of dancing again because I was telling her the other day that I wanted to like get into like hip hop dancing. And I think if you guys have seen like one of the previous episodes about the hobbies, I was saying that I had wanted to pick up something, so it was the dancing. So I'm excited to like kind of go more in depth. But for those who don't know, like, who are you, and then how, like, obviously I already kind of introduced you, but what kind of, like, content do you do?
Okay, well, hi, everybody. My name is Honeybee, and it's Honeyb, but on Instagram it's different because obviously that name was taken, so whatever. But anyways, I mostly post, like, body positivity and food freedom, fashion freedom. I'm all just about the good vibes and just kind of teaching everybody, like, you're beautiful no matter what, despite what society says, despite what the haters say, you are beautiful. So.
No, exactly. Because it's like so important to just remind people that. Because I think the courage and like the openness that you have is something really rare. And I don't really like see it. But I wanted to kind of go in like detail of like how you started kind of just getting into social media and then maybe like your journey until you've reached this point till now.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So I went to school for broadcast journalism. I wanted to be like the first, like very young Filipino, kind of like on the news. Because at the time, all I saw were just older people, you know? And I'm like, where is my youthful people? Like, we're all here. But again, I didn't realize, like, you know, there's politics and also like, there's just a lot of different things into play. And I got really depressed and I was like, sorry, that was really dark real quick.
No, we're literally here for it because we're trying to be here honest and and you know, like the world isn't just based on like happiness.
Yes, of course. No, but I was definitely in a dark place and I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And then what sucks was that, like, of course I pulled out how many loans to finish school and I was like, what can I do that still is in the realm of like, you know,
like media.
Yes. Yeah. So one of my friends was like, try doing content creating. And I'm like, what is that? Like that, I mean,
content creation?
And like at the time, mind you, Instagram did not have videos. It was
you just carousel posts,
Yes. So I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm going to post pictures. It'd be of food or whatever I was doing. But talking about my journey, I first started doing like hidden gems in Los Angeles. That's how I started. It was fun, you know, but then I was like, okay, I want something new. So after doing hidden gems in Los Angeles, I started doing pinup. So I was into, fun fact, I'm very much into like the 1950s era and the 1960s. So anything like Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, you know, Wizard of Oz, like very much musical, like golden,
like a golden era.
Yeah. that like I would dress like that every day.
That's so
really
nice.
Yeah, so I was very much into the pinup era. I was dressing up like,
oh my god, of course, like like the motorcycle just
I'm so sorry.
It was saying hi.
I know, they're so thrilled to have Honeybee here.
Thank you. But I would dress up every day like 1950s, 1960s, and that was probably my favorite era. I would post about it every day. I would post the clothing or like even like the thrifting I would do, but then that got really expensive.
Yeah.
And also, I was burning my hair. Mind you, I do victory
Wait,
rolls
what?
every day.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's a huge commitment.
Yeah.
It is. And then I got tired at one point and I bought a wig just to like.
Wait, that's kind of smart though.
That's true. Yeah.
I've been thinking like, should I just buy a ton of different wigs?
My hair was like, it was like, this sounds so bad, but it looked like hay.
Because it was like damaged.
Every day,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so.
How long was this pinup era for?
Probably like 2 to 3 years.
Oh, that's a long,
That's a
time,
long time.
to be curling your hair every
Yeah.
day.
Oh, girl,
That's like
yes.
almost 1,000 days.
Right? Yeah.
Think about it. So, obviously with it being not, I mean, thrifting is fun, but it's also not affordable.
Yeah,
especially-
no, I feel like when people say like thrifting, like you go to some places
Yeah.
and they're easily like $20. I'm like, that's like the same as if I were going to like as a regular store.
I mean, like, that's just the journey that I went through. So I was just like, it's not feasible for me anymore. So after pinup, I kind of went back into food again.
Yeah.
But it was a different stage in my life because unfortunately my depression was getting worse. And at the times that I would be like filming content, like literally the food that I would film with, I would eat all of it. Like it was such a dark time. It was a hard time, but I mean, I was thankful for the opportunities, but I think navigating it was hard. But then after I did food, I did Disney.
And
And
like
that was-
Disney content.
Yes, and it would be like Disney outfits, Disney food, Disney items. But then that also got like expensive
Pricey,
because like
yeah.
I wasn't a big creator. I was still like, just starting out. And of course I bought everything that was out and I'm just like, I cannot be depressed and in debt. Like if I have to pick one, I'd rather be depressed than in debt. You know what I mean? So then that came along and then in 2024, like when it was 2023 and the ball dropped and it was 2024, something in me was like, why
Wait, the
don't-
ball drop like the
New Year's
drop.
Which ball? What are we talking about?
I was like, figuratively, but
Yeah,
I
it's
was like,
like
oh, but
she
you were
dropped
talking
the
about
ball
the New
on what?
Year. I was like, I imagined it actually.
Wow,
Okay.
the ball dropped.
Yeah. Okay, I'm picturing New York. Okay.
No, but I was like literally it was New Year's Eve. I was watching the ball drop. I should have went with that. Sorry.
I was like, hey, we got the picture.
Yeah.
The New Year's drop. We're at like Rockefeller, like.
And you see them dancing. But I saw and I was like, why don't I share my story? Like what I went through just in my life, meaning like, so before all of this, I didn't really share like my career in acting and singing and all of that and what I went through, whether it was the color of my skin or how much I weighed. Like I was like, this is scary, but something in me was like, you have to do it. And I did it and it like skyrocketed. I'm so blessed with like how far I've come. But like doing content and navigating, I've been through so much. Literally, like food, Disney, food.
But that was like the journey you had to go through,
Yes.
unfortunately, to get to where you are today.
Because like I wouldn't have changed it because like I don't think if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be able to share my story today. You know what I mean?
And like nowadays, like I feel like there's so many, at least women and girls out there who maybe are going through the same things, but they have like no, like everyone in content, you know how social media is always like highlight reel?
Yes.
People don't talk about like the dark times and people don't talk about like
Oh my
mental health
gosh.
as much. I mean, it's on the come up,
Yes.
but I feel you do a really great job
thank
about
you.
it, about showing how like you're very authentic. And I think a lot of girls, like I wish I had a role model like you growing
Oh my
up.
gosh.
Because growing up, I still to this day, like people comment on my weight and like all these things. And it's like, I felt in like a very dark, alone area
And
because a lot of my friends were all like beautiful, skinny. And I
Just felt out of place.
Yes.
And it's very
Yes.
hard too because we're like Asian, so
Yes.
then, like the stereotype is very different from when you're like over there
Oh,
versus
yes.
here.
Yes, I mean, it's funny because I think over there in Asia, whether it's the Philippines or any country, the stigma and the beauty standards are very much like, again, slender and beautiful, right? And then here in America, it's still a little bit of that, but we're slowly getting there. But it was still hard to navigate because like even in school, I was bullied for being fat. I was bullied for being chubby. I was bullied for being too much. Like I was too like talkative. I was too much. I was saying too much.
I've definitely gotten that before too. Like I'm too expressive, and it's just like, okay, you want me to be like just
Mute.
yeah, like
But at the end of the day, though, it's like it's so funny because I was like, but look at me now.
Yeah.
Or look at us now, kind of thing. It's like, thank goodness I didn't let the bullying. I mean, like it sucks because bullying is a real thing, whether it's online or in person, and it's something unfortunately that won't stop. And I think that's why like I talk about the negativity I get because I want people to realize like yeah, it's not easy, but also like anyone can get bullied for anything. Because at the end of the day, people will always have something to say.
So I wanted to kind of talk more about how you navigate like showcasing like yourself online, and because for me, I feel like I'm still not really in that comfortable state with showcasing, even as simple as this, of just like showcasing my whole body like in full. So how do you kind of get over like being comfortable with showing that like online and stuff?
You know, I will say, like, I still get body dysmorphia from time to time, and I try to remind people that like your feelings are valid, but to get from like, I guess, point A to point B for me, I think it was just like really looking myself in the mirror, and like, I know it sounds corny, but I'd be like, you know, I'm beautiful. And there are days where I didn't feel it, but I think one of the biggest things that helped me was wearing clothes that made me feel comfortable, right? Like, okay, I have space, guys, because I'm going to eat later. I need space for it.
Yes.
But literally, there's nothing, I think, because I grew up thinking I always had to get a smaller size.
Yeah,
Right?
because that's what was ingrained in you.
Yes.
Like, you have to be skinny.
Yeah,
you
and
have to
so-
be, like, lose more weight.
Yes. And so it's like, I realized like the only reason I became comfortable in my body was buying the right clothes that fit me. Like, there are days where, sure, I want bodycon and stuff like that. And the thing was like, I know like this is hard for some people to understand because they're like, how do you do it? But I think like, especially wearing bodycon, I used to be like, oh, I don't want to wear that. Like, I look like a sausage. Like, no. But then I always look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, why am I going to let my belly define me? Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, honeybee, like your belly. It's like, oh my gosh, honeybee, you're such a nice person. Like, I just posted about this recently on a reel, like where it was like, oh, someone was saying that you're fat behind your back. And I was like, oh, well, thank goodness you're telling me I'm fat, because at least you didn't say I'm not unkind.
That's true.
I'm not sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not friendly. So it's like, it's, you know, for me, it was a lot of a mental thing, and a lot of like changing my mindset.
Yeah.
Like realizing if I'm a size 12, I'm a size 12. And if that's a double digit, that's okay, because why would I fit myself into a size 6 when I was never meant to be a size 6? Like, sometimes I'll go into like clothing stores and you know, whatever. What store? I'm trying to think. Abercrombie. That's one of my favorites. And if something doesn't fit me, I don't get it, because it's like, why would I let a certain clothing, I always say this, why would I let a certain piece of clothing that is just a piece of something that has no heart, no soul, no feelings, make me feel like crap? Right?
That's such a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Or like, it's like, you know, like, let's say I didn't want to wear this today. I wouldn't have wear it. Like, you know, even though people are like, you look good, if I don't like it, I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to force myself to wear something, because that's one of the biggest reasons I gained like more confidence within myself, was to finally buy something that's the right size and just really dig deep and know that my belly, like, if I, you know, when I die, it's like, oh, Bea had a round belly. Like, I'm not gonna be, you know, that won't be on my tombstone.
Yeah, people aren't gonna say that. That's a very good way of like thinking,
Right?
That. Yeah, because people are more so gonna remember like your personality, how like maybe
like,
you
guys,
treated
look
people.
it.
Like,
it's right here, and that's okay. Like, we
Yeah.
love a jiggle. Like, and even like, I always tell people, like, whether you're on the slender side or not, or whatever, like, it's just, you need to remember, no matter if you have a belly, if you have back fat, arm fat, stretch marks, cellulite, like, you're beautiful. You know?
Yeah.
And I try to,
yeah, and I feel like when you think back in memories, like you're not gonna remember like, oh, like my belly was like this size or something. Like for me, like something that I'm very like conscious about is like my arms, because
Gotcha.
because obviously like I feel like when I was younger I was definitely like more slim, but then my arms just have like definitely like bulked up in a way that's not really like what
Yeah.
I had envisioned myself before. But it's also like, why should I limit myself to not wearing like a
Yeah.
shirt like this,
or
you
like
know?
a swimsuit that you want to
Yeah.
wear, right?
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of people are like, how do you wear the bikinis and stuff? Or like, so I'll be honest, I've never worn a bikini ever until this year.
Wow,
congratulations.
Yeah, that's
No,
amazing.
It was scary because like I was filming content with a friend, and I literally was like, oh, this is like I feel the air.
It's a little breezy.
I've never felt the air up there. Anywhere else, if you know what I mean? But I literally am like, whoa, this is, and it's so freeing. But you know what's so funny though? I will say that first post I did about the bikini, I got so much hate for it, and it just made me laugh because, and I'll be honest with you, like, the first couple videos that were trending on Instagram, like where I was dancing, I was so depressed because and I told you both, like I've gotten, unfortunately, like people are crazy. I've gotten death threats for being too fat, or just it's the little mix of everything. I got bullied for it, whatever, whatnot. The first week of like the videos going viral, like again, very thankful, but at the same time my mental health was like deteriorating. Like at the gym or wherever I'd go, like I'd be punching and working out, and then I'd be crying. And my gym fam is like my second family, and they would know, like they see what I post, and they see like these mean comments. And one day the owner of the gym, his name's Andy, shout out to Andy.
Yes.
He was like, I can't stand seeing you cry anymore.
Yeah.
Come here. And I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? And I got scared. He literally pulled up the comments.
Wow.
And I was like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
are you trying to bring trauma back to me? And he's like, read it. I was like, okay.
Read your comments?
Yes. And there was, I already started, like my throat was like already getting in knots because I was so hurt. Like, oh, you're a whale, you're a fat pig. Like, and like, trust me, I've been called every animal in the zoo.
Oh my god.
We love the zoo.
Yeah, we do love the zoo.
Whatever.
Hey, they are cute animals.
They
like,
are.
yeah.
Like,
Animals.
one of the favorite ones I've been called was a capybara. And I was like,
that's
capybaras. I was like, can you call me a koala next to the chunky too? But anyway.
Oh my gosh.
So the first three that I remembered was like the hippo, the pig.
Yes, I used to get called fat pig a lot, even on TikTok too. Like, die, you fat pig. I was like,
that's what I get too. It's like,
I was like, bro.
The pig, the hippo, and then there was one more. Oh, whale. Those three. So he pulled those comments up, and he's like, "Are you a pig?" And I just start crying. He's like, "Are you a whale?" And I still start crying. And then he's like, "Are you a hippo?" And I'm just like, damn, like it's already hurting me. He's like, "Why are you crying? You're a human being. You don't have a squiggly tail." Like, he was being super literal. He's like, "You don't live on a farm. You don't live in the ocean. You don't live in the desert or the Saharas or whatever.
Yeah.
You have a human being. I mean, excuse me, you are a human being that has a kind heart and soul. Like, don't let what people tell you define you, right?" So I was like, I never thought about it like that. So after he told me that, like, if someone told me like, dang, oh, this was one of the comments that I was like a little hurt about, and then I was like, you know what, I have to remember that mindset. It was me doing Ori Tahiti, the Polynesian dancing, and I was just doing a whaarapu. Now a whaarapu is like that fast, like round shape movement. And someone was like, "Oh my gosh, that's why there was an earthquake here and it killed my family."
No, they said that.
Yeah, and I literally was like, I was like, well, at least I can make an earthquake. Like, I didn't know. It was so hard because it's like, how do I navigate that, right? But like, I have to, because if I'm really thankful I have the mindset I have, but like, if he didn't tell me to think literal, I don't think I'd have the mindset I have today. Like recently too, and I posted about this on my stories. I don't know why it got to me, but it did. Someone was like, "You look like Dora."
Wait, that's cute.
Wait, but
I think Dora's
nice.
cute.
She's like my hero.
But at the same time, I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if it was like pre-period or like, some stuff. But I was like, and mind you, what got to me was like, it wasn't even words. It was a GIF. Like, it was a picture. She didn't even comment words. I'm like, why am I letting this girl get to me? But I wanted to post it on my stories because I want people to realize, like, hey, even though I post a lot about body positivity, like, there are things that still get to me, like, and I realized, like, okay, I may look like Dora, but I'm a sexy Dora. Okay?
You are a sexy Dora.
Yeah.
I think Dora's pretty cute. I
she is
love
pretty
watching
cute.
Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, literally, she's all around.
With a little backpack, swiper, no swiping,
And a map.
She's good at directions.
That's what you gotta do to the haters. That's what you have to do to the haters. You gotta swipe or no swipe.
Wait, actually, Dora's not even that good with directions. She's just like, "Where am I?"
Oh, you're right. I was telling her, I was like, you're right here. I'm not good with directions. This is why we have maps and Google Maps or Waze.
Oh my gosh. So, like, you do kind of respond to the majority of your comments, or do you feel like it's kind of selective?
I select them because I don't really. So I'm so grateful for engagement, but I don't respond to any of the negative ones. But I will respond to it on my stories. And And I try to show,
like you like, so you reply in your story without leaving whatever.
So basically, like, let's say I'll screenshot the comment and then I'll put it on my stories. I'm like, yeah, this hurts, but this is how I would reply to it. Because it's just like, you know what? I don't want to give you the time of day, but if you are so free with your time, go please check my stories, because that's how I would reply to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm sure they look at it anyways too.
some of them do.
Like,
It's kind of sad. I mean, like, I'm just like,
It's just funny too, because they're like, why do you keep coming up on my feed? I don't want to see this. But then it's like,
you're the one who engaged with me.
you keep commenting on it.
we were just talking about that. No, for sure. I was just like, some of them I'm just like, oh, I find her ugly. And I'm like, apparently you don't.
Yeah.
Because you keep coming back.
Yeah.
They always come back.
Seriously. So like when you like kind of reply in those stories, do you feel like you're kind of just playing like a jab at them, or are you like replaying it as like a way of acting in kindness? Like
It's both, because at the end of the day, you know, the people that comment these hateful things, I feel so sorry for them.
Me too.
Because at the end of the day, they're the ones in pain. They're the ones that have so much hate in their heart that they have to either send a death threat or a mean comment to someone you don't even know
Behind a computer screen.
Yes. And it's crazy to me, because I had one, and I think this was when I still had a lot of time on my hands. But there is this father that commented on a video of mine. I forgot what he commented, but I looked, and you know, some people are not very bright. They comment their full name or their high school, you know. So this father commented something really mean, because I remembered I looked him up on Facebook, and then I see that his daughter is like chubby, kind of like how I was, and I'm just like, bro, like,
you're out here saying this.
yeah. And it's like, maybe, I don't know, take your daughter, like, you know,
Or like, how would your daughter feel if you said that to her?
No, for sure. And like, there is a dad that recently reached out to me, and he shared my reel, and he's like, thank you, because like, I'm trying to navigate with my daughter right now, and like, I don't want her just to see one certain type of body. And that really touched me. I'm just like, I mean, I'll be honest, the good comments, I mean, I get a mix of both, but when I see the good messages, and which I do need to post more of, but they're so great, and I'm so grateful that, like, you know, there's some cute ones where like, my little boy thinks you're so pretty and wants a woman like you. I was like, oh my god,
That's so nice. But that's pretty cute. No, because like you should be falling in love with who people are instead of just like the way they look. Of course, like you might be attracted to them, but it's not like, I think it's the way that our world is and the way that it works, that we are taught that, oh, if you're skinny, that's the only way that you're being beautiful.
Oh yeah. Or like, if you're well, for me, it was like, if you're skinny, you'll get more opportunities.
Yeah.
Do you want to
go into that?
Yeah.
Because
I was so fascinated by like that story of yours and like your like acting and singing journey, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about that.
You know, it's so funny. Actually, you guys don't. I do want to share more of it, so this is the perfect time to. So I started acting probably around 7 to 8 years old, and mind you, like, it was like your typical Asian, a little chunky, you know, whatever, normal, very healthy. But at the age of 7 and 8, because I knew that I wanted to be in the entertainment industry, I was already told I was too fat for TV. So mind you, at 7 or 8 years old, like, this is why, like, yeah, I'm not famous like those child actors, but sometimes I get them because I felt insane. Like, I felt crazy. And like, if they had mental breakdowns, like, you know, something like Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, like, you know, just put the names out there, I get it. Like, I think experiencing what I did, which I will be sharing, I get why they did what they did. So at 7 and 8, I was already called fat. I had people tell me, if you want to be on TV, you know, you got to lose weight because TV is widescreen, right? So if I look like this now, add 10 pounds and whoop-de-doo. And like, not just my weight though, like talking about trying to enter like, you know, television and film and just commercial stuff. It was so hard to be casted because, okay, I'm Filipino, but it was like, I'd either be casted as like Chinese or Latina. There wasn't any like
Filipino representation.
Yeah, at the time it was so hard. And like, and it's so funny because if there was Filipino representation, we find out like later that they're Filipino, like Lelaine from Lizzie McGuire.
Yes.
Or oh my gosh, the prince from Brandy's Rogers and Hammerstein Cinderella.
Yes.
He was Filipino. Or Dante Bosco.
I was gonna say
the perfect example, right? And it's just like, do you know how much it would have meant to us who are Filipino American to know that they were Filipino on screen? And like, why, like, it's just, it mind boggles me. It's like, why would you hide, or why would you paint them to be a different culture?
Yeah.
Like, it mind boggles me. But anyways, I was always casted as Latina or Chinese. And then, I grew, getting older. I was still doing my acting. It was relatively hard because it was either I wasn't light enough, I wasn't skinny enough. It was always that. I would be so close to the opportunity. Like, not to name names, but there was a certain Disney project. Oh my gosh, so close to having. I was in the top 3.
Wait, can you drop the name, or did you sign an NDA?
I signed an NDA. But this was when I was 11 and 12. Like, this, all I can say was it was after the Cheetah Girls came out.
Was this a movie or a TV show?
No, it was a girl group. That's all I can say. It was a girl group.
Yeah, she'll tell. This is a later.
Oh my gosh.
And whatchamacallit, they were like, oh my gosh, honeybee, like, your voice is amazing. You have everything. And then literally, this was the first time I think I felt like I experienced like racism in the entertainment industry. They were like, yeah, but and also like fat phobia or whatever you want to call it. They were like, unfortunately, like, you're not light enough, and like, you need to lose more weight. And I was 11, 12, mind you. And like, it was one of the biggest projects. Like, I thought I was going to get it, And then my dad asked me how'd it go. And I was like, they told me that I was not white enough, and that I needed to lose weight. And so from then on, every time I auditioned for something, if I didn't get it, I always assumed it was because of my skin color and how much I weighed. And it sucked, but it messed with me mentally, right? So
it kind of set the precedent.
Sure, yeah.
No, for sure. And I still kept auditioning because it's still
the
my
passion.
dream. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Without me knowing it though, I had an agency in the Philippines follow me around for maybe 2 to 3 years. They were following my career here. And once I turned 15, I knew that I wanted to do American Idol, because the youngest you can join is 15 and a half to 16. Mm-hmm. And the only like representation I had that joined was Jasmine Trias at the time. So I was like, I want to be like the first Filipino to join, yada, yada, yada. And then this agency from the Philippines was like, hey, we're interested in like bringing you back to the Philippines. We want you to sign a 5-year contract, music video, albums, all of that. And I was like, whoa. Yeah. And of course, being 15, I was like, dang, like, this is such an opportunity. And my parents were like, are you going to choose American Idol or the Philippines, right? And I knew nothing about my culture at the time. Like, I literally knew how to say 1, 2, 3 and pee and poo.
Oh my God.
In Tagalog, like the things to get by, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let me choose the Philippines. And whoa, let me tell you, it was like a roller coaster of like, again, it's something I'm grateful for, but there came a lot of like, heartache and pain with it. And what I mean by that is because like, yeah, I was following my dreams, but every single day I was reminded how fat I was, how unworthy I was until I lost the weight.
Yeah, so this basically continued over like to the Philippines.
Yes.
And it's like your own culture.
Yeah, and now you're in like your teens and your high school years. That'll really mess with your head.
No, it did. So like, man, like it was to the point where I was like not eating because, I thought, okay, because you have a green mind at the time where it's like, okay, I want my dreams to happen. I'll do anything for it, right? So I literally was like not eating. I would like find over-the-counter diet pills. I would do those slimming teas. I literally would run back and forth to the restroom to try to take a crap or whatever would push out. TMI, sorry. But it's just like, that's how much my career, and it still does mean to me the same way, but I wouldn't do that obviously. But that's how much it meant to me at the time. And what sucked was when I lost more weight, the more opportunities I was getting, whether it was TV, whether it was like singing somewhere. And so I saw it at the time. And mind you, I was like maybe 16, 17 already. Okay, if I keep losing weight, I will get more opportunities. Okay.
It's like a toxic addiction.
Yes,
almost.
like it was a cycle,
Yeah.
And so
weird. Like, I'm not weird, but it's just like you're already so vulnerable at that age where you're like, oh my gosh, 3 pounds, I'm gonna get this this show. Oh, if I lose 2 more pounds, I'm gonna get this show.
Yes.
So that's so.
And that was my mindset. I was like, if I keep losing the weight, my dreams will happen. Like it's so unfortunate, but that's how I thought about it. And I was growing, I was getting there, things were happening, and even like so. I just showed them a picture a while ago of what I looked like at 115, and I was just very stick-like. Like, it didn't look like me. Like, funny enough, people tell me I look 25 now, and like when I was 19, I looked 31.
You did look older in that picture.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But they were like, okay, honeybee, just a little bit more. Like, I'm 115. What little more can I lose? Like,
you're tiny in
like,
that picture.
My arms was a stick. My thighs were no thighs, mind you. I'm just like,
where do you find it? Do you want me to shave my head,
right?
or like
that's
what?
the weight, right? And you know, I think I was already at a plateau and I couldn't lose it, right? But anyways, I was still doing my thing. I was singing around, touring around, and my 5-year contract was about finished. And they asked me, do you want to renew? I looked to my parents. I'm like, I'm done. I'm so done. I want to live a regular life. I want to just go to school. Like, because I stopped going to school. Like, I kept going back and forth. And I was like, I just want to go to school. I just want to, like,
live a normal life.
Yeah. But, like, when I came back home, though, like, back here in LA, I took so much therapy because it was, like, that's when all the body dysmorphia kicked in. My eating disorder kicked in. Like, so much of, like, just, I was in a dark place for a long time. Like, let me tell you, like, Robin Williams putting a smile on all the time, I get that to its core, because, like, I was trying so hard to smile everywhere because, unfortunately, the Asian in me is a people pleaser kind of thing, that, like, people didn't know, like, I didn't think I was beautiful. I hated my body. I hated myself so much. Like, it was just the hate I had for myself can dig a hole into the ground.
I feel like Nina and I can relate because people always view us as really happy people.
Yeah.
But even if our, like, darkest times, we always put on a happy face, but we're actually unhappy.
It's like a weird facade, which we're not
right?
trying to make it a facade. But it's like, I mean, you naturally just, I mean, I guess maybe for us, we actually just want to feel, like, good. Mm-hmm. So then you always feel like you have to put, like, a face. But then, it's hard. For me, it's really hard to navigate negative emotions. I feel like that makes me feel weak, and it makes me feel like I don't want to show that side
for
of
sure.
me.
Yeah.
So I can see how, like, being in that dark space, it's like, it's really hard to kind of just crawl out of.
Check on your happiest friends. That's what they always say.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But literally, though, sometimes, like, I noticed too, like, I think when I started posting a lot about body positivity, there were moments where I would cry just because I hated myself. Mm-hmm. And I would post that on my stories, and people would it would resonate with people. And it's like, you know, I got, like, some hate for it, and then I got, you know, some good messages from it. A lot of the hate was like, why are you guys making yourself crying, yada yada yada. And, like, literally I was like, because all we see is this edited stuff. Like,
it's not real.
It's not. And so it's just like, I want to show people, like, you can cry. It's so normal. I cry in movies all the time, guys. Yeah. Like, it's so normal. And I think it's like, that's what I'm trying to do, is normalize, like, things that didn't feel normal, like cutting my hair. Yeah. That was a huge step. Like, I cut it short. Like, the first time cutting it short was to my shoulders. And then before my birthday, my girl was like, okay, let's cut. Like, do you want it this short? I was like, I guess. And I kid you not, the whole entire time, I was either closing my eyes like this, or I told her, because she has a mirror, like, you know, to turn. And I was like, don't turn me around until you're done. So literally, like, I posted a reel about it. That reaction was so raw. I didn't think I could pull it off, because for my whole entire life I was told, like, don't cut your hair short because then you'll look fat or your face will look like this.
Yes, because you want long hair to cover the roundness of your face. No, girl, same. Yes. Why do you think my hair's long?
Oh my, stop. Oh my gosh. But yeah, like, it's so freeing. Like, it's so funny too, because I was telling some of the people at the gym, I was like, it's so different jogging with short hair.
Feel like,
wait, yeah, do you tie it up? How does it work?
When I work out, I can't tie it because it's not tieable.
Well, at least you look good when you're running now.
Like, oh my gosh, babe, watch your way.
Dude, I was like, I should do a slow-mo. Like,
yeah, I know. We need to take you to the beach or something. Yeah. So I feel like it's so, like, with the whole, like, look-wise, like, I wanted to kind of go back to like before like you started kind of posting the body positivity. Were you already like in a good mindset before that?
I was not. No.
And then you basically started in kind of just saying like, okay, let me see if this works.
Yes.
And talk my story.
Yes. So
what was like the turning point, like a pivotal moment that changed everything?
So okay, when I started posting about the body positivity, I wasn't even happy with my body, mind you, right? But when I started posting a lot about the Ori Tahiti, which is the Polynesian dancing, that's where it was like, I was like, okay, I have to accept the fact. And mind you, I forgot to mention this. So I started off, I was like 240, 230 pounds. I'm 160 now, mind you. Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's
a big achievement.
But I hate saying it. I was on birth control at the time. I had the Nexplanon on the insulin
arm.
Yeah. So that was a big factor to my depression and my weight gain.
Because it messes with your hormones.
It does, big time. I mean, unfortunately, any birth control, but like that's another topic for next time. But I just wanted to tell you guys, like that was one of the reasons why I gained so much weight. But going back to what you were, I'm so sorry, my ADHD brain.
No. How did you like because I had asked you like, were you already like in that mindset?
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I wasn't yet. So when I did Ori Tahiti, when I started doing the Polynesian dancing, I literally looked at myself and I was like, okay, whether I stay at 230, 240 or I lose the weight, I just want to learn to love myself again. I want to learn to look at this stomach and be like, hey, it's mine. It's fed well. It lives in a beautiful home. It has people that love her, you know, and it has friends and it has like opportunities and just fun in life and all of that. And it's hard to always think like that, but I felt like I needed to, you know?
Like, were you trying to just like convince yourself almost, or was it just kind of like, okay, this is my goal and I'm going to try?
I was trying to convince myself, like big time. I was really trying to convince myself. And it's so funny because when I started, the girl who cut my hair, she was the one who introduced me to the studio that I go to now. And mind you, so our pareos, the skirts that you see me wear, when I started, I had it up here above my
like
belly.
a high waist.
Yeah, because I was scared. Like, I see all these beautiful women confident in their body. Like, they're wearing it to their hip. But I wasn't ready yet. And she was like, okay, girl, we're going to... I'm like, no, I'm not ready. It took me a year and a half to, like... And yeah, like, I was still at 230 when I started pulling it down. But it took a year and a half for me to get there. But it's just so funny because I look back at my videos. And sometimes I get emotional because it's like... It's so crazy to... Like, because I came in... doing Ori Tahiti, like I'm not gonna lose weight. I accepted it. I was
so like, you the way that you got into like this, was it just like had you already thought about it before? Like, have you been interested in it before, or this was only?
No. So I've been eyeing it, but I was like, I'm scared. I'm like, because I felt like they all had a certain body type. I didn't fit that description, and I still don't, and I'm absolutely okay with that. But it's just like, I don't look like them.
Yeah.
Can I even do this? Is it even possible? And then my friend's like, yeah, come on. So, you know, I join it. And mind you, like, again, like, I was like, I just want to learn to love myself because that, like, okay, sorry, I'm going to reference this because I love this movie, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
So she hates her scars, right? So much that she's trying to get rid of it. And I think that's how much I hated my body. I just wanted, like, if I could get a scissor and cut my fat off, I really would. But now I love my belly, you know? But back then I was just like, I hate my body. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't want to live in this. Like, it sucks, you know? But doing Ori Tahiti and just looking at myself, looking at these women that are at different stages of life, whether they're a single mom, a mother that's going to have a child, an 18-year-old, you know, whatever. I was just like, wow, everyone here is so beautiful. And like, I was just so grateful to be in the class, and still I'm taking the classes, but like a big part of my journey, like not just my faith, but also just dancing to find, because I always tell people, like, if they're motivated to lose weight, right? You know, I always tell people, ask yourself why. Because when I was trying to lose weight, remember, we're talking about this in my career, it was always for other people. It was to shut up other people. It was to please other people. But I think the reason why it's surprisingly, not knowingly, it worked this time because I did it for me.
I agree. Because this year I lost 10 pounds, and it was for the first time. I wasn't doing it for other people.
Yes,
I just wanted to live a happier, healthier lifestyle, and I like decentered men.
Yes.
And the weight came off.
Yes. No, really.
Maybe it's the stress from other people. It's the high cortisol.
Honestly, no. I always tell people it's a mental thing too, because like once I started letting go of what people thought of me, I don't think people realize there's such a thing as mental weight.
Yes.
And I noticed too, once I started letting go of that, the weight off my shoulders like felt lighter, and then the weight was just shedding. I didn't like I used to weigh myself every day when I was really obsessed, but when I started the journey of doing Ori Tahiti, I stopped weighing myself, and then people would be like, "You're losing weight." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not." Whatever, because of course you yourself don't realize it, right?
You don't, but other people like seeing your videos the last year and a half. You can tell, and you can tell how happy you are. Like, you know, the progress.
I was so happy, and that's I want to show people. Like, I was still happy at 230, but like I'll be honest, losing the weight made me happier. Not because to please other people, but it made me happier because I can move more. I'm confident doing so. That duck walk that you guys always see me do, the TIFF, like I am so much more confident doing that because of the weight loss. Like again. Like for people who want to be healthier, lose weight, I hope you guys do it for you, because when I did it for other people, it didn't get me anywhere, and every time I lost the weight, it came back. But doing it for me this time felt so different. And then another thing too is like I always tell people, if you hate the activity that you're doing, don't do it. Like the reason why, like, and it's so funny to me because I see people at the gym and like, oh, I hate the gym, I hate it, and I'm like, okay, then walk on Target. Yeah. Walk. Because walking is just as healthy. 10,000 steps, guys.
You don't need to do run club.
No, you don't.
I will not be running.
You don't. No, really. You can walk in maybe 2 hours at Marshall's and maybe get like 5,000. Like, I always tell people, find something that you enjoy. Like,
shopping.
Walk around Rodeo Drive. I don't know. No, but like,
with my shopping bags as weights.
Lift that up. No, but people be biking, swimming, pole dancing. Just, like, honestly, at the end of the day, if you find something you enjoy, it will not feel like a chore. And I think that's why it's like, hey, I barely started enjoying the gym, but I used to hate it. But for people who hate it, definitely find something you like, whether, I don't know, playing football in the park or going to those places where you can hit a baseball. Like, if that's something you enjoy, do it. Life is too short to not do so. To make something feel like a chore, you know?
Yeah. I was going to ask you, too, like, when did you feel like, or I guess what month mark was it where you really started feeling, like, really good? Like, oh, yeah, I can move and stuff. And also, an addition question to that, were you already going to the gym by then?
Oh my gosh. So when I was at 230, 240, I was already going to the gym. And I still didn't lose the weight.
Is that the doorbell?
It shouldn't be mine. They already came in today. I think we're good.
Okay.
All of us were like...
No, I think it would have been louder if it was my
Yeah.
No, but when I started going to the gym, I was still on my heavier side. And then, I'm so sorry, what was the other question?
When did you start going to the gym, and then when did you start feeling like your body was really like moving?
Okay.
Like,
yeah, so I started going to the gym for like 5 years ago. And it's so funny now that I think about it. The first reel that like hit a mill and everybody was like losing it with the, like all the negativity. Do you remember that sound that goes, all this work and what did it get me?
Yeah.
That was the first video that oh my gosh, that's where I was like, because people were like, you've been working out for years and you still look like that. But no, that was the time. But anyways, oh my gosh, I have to ask you this again. What was the second question?
Like, when did you start going to the gym, and then when did you start feeling like your body was really like
the body.
moving?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I started feeling my body like in a good state just this year. Like, I was already happy like last year, but I think because especially this year, people are like, you're glowing, and
you are glowing.
Thank you. But no, I really think it was the beginning of this year, because like I started testing out like different, like I've never worn jorts because I felt like no, literally, because I was like, maybe I'm too short and chubby, and now everyone's like, oh, it looks good on you. I'm
yeah.
Like, okay. So it's like, it's little things like that. Like, again, like I do post about fashion freedom, so it's like I'm playing with what I could wear and what I feel good in. And if I don't feel good in that, well, that goes out of the door. Like there was one dress, it was so funny. I posted this maybe last week. It was an Abercrombie. I love Abercrombie. But there was my favorite color is brown. And there was a brown dress. I thought, my dummy self, I thought I can fit, well, because it was stretchy. So I was like, okay, I'll get a medium. Why not? Oh my gosh. It went up to my knees and I was like, yeah, that's okay. That's not it. And I got an extra large. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. So it just goes to show you again, like, yeah, I might have thought ahead, but be comfortable in what you're wearing. Because again, when you're comfortable, like, again, there's space here, but I'm comfortable in this whole outfit. I love it. You know what I mean? And people around me like, oh, I like your outfit and all of that.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Do you feel like you got more of a style like after like?
Yes. Yeah, because the clothing, like I was still wearing the sexy stuff, okay? When I was like 230, 240. But it was like, there were moments where I felt like I still needed to hide my body back then. And like I still embraced, and again, there's nothing wrong with wearing baggy clothes, but it's always, why are you wearing the baggy clothes? Like the whys are so important, right? Like I mentioned earlier, why do you want to lose weight? Think about that. Do you want to do it to because for me it was always to shut up other people, but now like it's for me, right? Same with the clothes, right? It was just like, why am I wearing baggy? Back then it was to hide myself.
Yeah.
Because I was so ashamed of my body. But if I wear baggy now, I'm like, oh, because I'm going for like a hip hop kind of feel, right?
I definitely feel like the evolution of your style, there's a lot more like character that it feels like you.
Yeah,
for sure.
Which is really nice. Like that's something that I'm still trying to work on because I don't know what I like as my style, but I just took a color analysis. So I'm trying to figure out a re-wardrobe like, situation.
I love that. I did a color analysis like a year ago. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
What's your
I'm an autumn girly. Ooh. Yeah, and I always wondered why I love brown. Now I know why. So she literally was, but it was crazy to me because we're literally like, I was filming content for that. And the fun part, of course, is like the fabrics, right? So I kid you not, she pulled out like a light brown. Yes, a light brown. Like maybe like a latte color. Which she's like, you could still wear it.
Like this one? Or
a little lighter than that. Like maybe the cone.
Yes, this part.
Yes.
For reference.
So, yes. And then, okay, so we're going to use these two colors, right? This dark brown and then this light one, okay? So she like did the fabrics. I kid you not. When she did the light brown, you can see my eye bags. And then she did the dark brown and it just like
disappeared.
Yeah, and I was like, she's like, yes, you're an autumn girly, so you have to wear the dark. So now when I shop too, like obviously if I have clothes in my closet that are this color, she's just like drape it with the darker.
Yeah, you just have to alternate it with something else, like a contrast that's from your palette.
This is my top. This should be the bottom.
Yeah. You have to like put something as a checklist from your own palette.
Yes. Because I was like, girl, clothes are expensive.
Yes.
But that changed me too. I was like, oh my gosh.
I've been shopping wrong my entire life.
I'm not a spring girly. I'm autumn.
Yes,
girl, no, I feel you.
Are you autumn or?
I'm a cool tone summer. And apparently I look ill when I'm in black. But my half my wardrobe is black.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
because growing up, they were always like, wear black to be skinnier because you're fat. Yes. So my entire wardrobe is black. So now I try not to really buy black because apparently I look sick and ill.
Oh my gosh. That's another good thing to mention. So I had so much black clothing also because, or I'd always wear the black leggings because it was just like, it's comfortable, it's quick, it's slimming, right? But now I'm like, I'm gonna wear white.
Yes.
And like it's honestly so freeing because for so long I caged myself like I can never wear white because white looks fat on me, yada yada yada. And it's just like, who put these expectations? Like it's just so funny to me. Or like I remember someone told me, oh, you can't wear patterns because you're chubby, and I'm like, gosh. And look at me, I'm wearing like this whole my last birthday weekend was all freaking patterns, floral.
Nice.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm just like, life is too short. Eat what you want to eat, wear what you want to wear, do what you want to do.
Yeah, no, be happy.
Yeah. It's cool that you touched about eating real quick because I did want to ask you this question about like, how do you feel like your relationship is with food, especially because I know you kind of did food too, and then we are foodies, so how do you like kind of just manage that relationship, especially if you're going out, or like maybe
and because like you did mention when you were depressed you would just eat everything.
I was a big binger, but my relationship with food now is very different in the sense of like, I'll be honest. People ask me, "Are you on keto? Are you on a diet?" Nothing against dieting. I also don't like the word diet, because I don't believe in that. I truly do believe eating in moderation, right?
Yeah.
I truly believe, like, okay, let's say we go out to Korean barbecue, like, and it sucks because of course it's all you can eat, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like, let's say I'm full, I'm not going to eat anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's something I used to do with my depression. I used to just push it, you know? But I definitely do have a healthier relationship with food, because before it'd be like, I'd look at the food, I'm like, you're going to make me fat. I can't have you. Where it's like, my mindset now is very much like, I am so blessed to be able to have this meal. I'm so blessed that I'm able to try these different cuisines and like different fusions of food, because other people can't, or like, you know, they haven't yet, you know? And it's always like, I'll be honest, sometimes it gets tiring to have that mindset, but it's something I'm thankful for, because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have that mindset. So like, even just as if, because even though I do post body positivity, I'm still a foodie at heart. Like,
Yeah.
and here's the thing too, like for instance, I remember I posted this, like I came home at 12. I was hungry, was so hungry. And I'm like, the old me would be like, don't eat. You can't eat past 12 a.m. And I was like, no, I'm going to eat. I literally just had soup. And the me before would feel guilty about it. But it's like, my stomach is talking. Like, it's communicating with me that it's hungry. And it's like, well, I'm not going to deprive. Another word I hate, diet and deprive. I'm not going to deprive myself. Like, sometimes too, like let's say I want something sweet. And it's like, I don't want a fruit. And I want carrot cake. I literally, like, I won't finish it. And if I do, that's okay. But usually I'll take a bite or two and I'm good. So it's definitely, I've learned to like enjoy the food, be thankful for it, and also eat in moderation, because and I think I'm gonna say it out there for y'all who assume foodies eat everything. They don't. Okay.
Thank you.
Like, as content creators, like even when I did food, like we get plates, again, so grateful for the opportunity, but we get plates and plates of food. But just because, like, and I know this will never get through your guys' skull, and that's okay, but just because, like, you see so much food, it doesn't mean we eat it all. Like, think about that, okay?
Yes. No, everyone always thinks that we finish it, and that's never really been like a thing, because I'm like, sometimes I just try it and then I just take it to go and
or I give it to my parents for them to try. Like, literally, I'm just like, and you know, also, again, I always tell people there's nothing wrong with finishing it, because when I was depressed, I did finish everything they gave me. But at the same time, it's just, there's a stigma with foodies, and it makes me so mad, because it's like, I think because I was also once a foodie, and I I did content around food, I get it, you know? And it's just like, you know, sometimes I wish people took the time to get their head out of their butts and be like, do you think they eat everything?
Yeah.
Do you think... Like, I wonder what's on their mind. And, you know, I always tell people we need more kindness in the world, because literally if people just took the time to take their heads out of their butts and be like, should I bully this person? I wonder, like, if I had a daughter that looked like her, what saying something mean would help her? I don't know.
Yes. No, those are like important things to like remember, because that's another thing I was gonna ask you, like how I guess what kind of advice would you give people who are trying to navigate like negative comments? Like how can you like switch it in your head?
It's so, I think, like, again, for me, it takes a lot of work, a lot of mental work, and there's nothing wrong for seeking therapy. Mental health is so important. So, you know, do what you got to do for you, but definitely seeking therapy helped me. But also having the mindset of like, do they pay your bills? You know, you're letting, I mean, yes, we can let like songs live rent free in her brain. But I will not allow people, like negative people, to live rent free in my brain and remind me that, oh, I'm fat, I'm not worthy, and I can't wear the color white or whatever it may be. And I know, like, because when I was at 240, that was hard to think that way. Like, to just think optimistically about it is hard. So I think I always tell people the best advice I can give is take it a day at a time, but also be kind to yourself. And one of the most important things I think that helped me out was like, okay, you guys are best friends, right? And let's just say, like, you would never tell your best friend she's fat, not worthy, not ugly. So if you cannot tell your best friend that you love, admire, and care about so much, why the heck would you say it to yourself?
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest things that hit me so hard. Like, I watched this video and I think I cried because I was just imagining my best friend. And it was like, yeah, I just told my best friend she's fat and she's ugly. She doesn't deserve the opportunity she's getting. Like, and of course, like, I didn't realize, like, the context of it, right? And you just see it so quick. And I was like, why would she say that? But at the end of the video, of course, you have to still watch. And she was like, would you say that to yourself? And I was like, oh. That was the mic drop for me. And I literally, and that video always is in the back of my mind. So if there's something that hits you, whether, like, it's on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, whatever it may be, like, let those little reminders stay with you, because that's the reason why I speak kindness to myself. I think there's also a quote by Bruce Lee. And I just saw it recently too. It was like something along the lines like, even if you're joking around with yourself that you're saying you're fat, don't say it. Like, speak to yourself with kindness. Like, yeah, I have a belly, but man, I'm so happy this belly gets to eat. And yes, I have cellulite on my thighs, but you know what? When I shake that money maker, it looks good. It literally is the little things. Or like, you know, so one thing, like, I don't know if this is TMI, but whatever. The two things I'm very conscious about of my body still that I still share is my back fat. Because when I sit, like, I feel it hanging, right? And
Wait,
then
I literally don't see it.
I know.
it's there. It's chilling. It's hidden somewhere. And then also, I don't know if any of, like, I know this is common in women, but I don't know if you guys get this, but literally I get acne and boils on my thighs and my buttocks area. And it's like, so, oh my gosh. Like, if weight was one thing, it's those two things are the ones that I'm like, I'm so, like,
Yeah.
it gets to me here and there. But then I have to remember, I'm like, okay, I'm a woman. Acne is normal.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women probably have the same thing.
Yeah. But, like, I think, like, it's still something that gets to me it's something that still gets to me today, and that's okay. Like,
yeah, we all have our things that get to us,
and it's,
you know?
And I just want people to know, like, it's so normal to let things get to you, because we're not robots, guys. Like, we have hearts and souls, and we have feelings, and, you know, that's okay.
Yeah, no facts. I feel like it's like it's nice to, like, hear it, but, like, to put it into practice, like, that's kind of just, like, the first step.
It is. It's hard, but like, I always say, if I can do it, anyone can do it on their time. Because I always tell people, please don't compare my journey to yours, because yours is going to be different than mine. And it may be similar, but don't think that this needs to happen in a year. For me, it just happened within a year. Whether it happens for you in 6 months, a year, or 2 years, it's going to happen. But just, like, I think, again, the most important thing is to be kind to yourself.
Yeah. Yes. No thanks. I love that.
I love that. I love you.
I know.
Oh my
gosh. No, that's why we wanted to bring her on the podcast, because I feel like you have a really like, relatable, like, experience that I know a lot of, like, the majority of the world is kind of going through.
Yeah.
But then the importance of just kindness to yourself is just, unfortunately, something so hard for people to just overcome.
It is.
So it's just, like, a really good reminder, and then you're always reminding people too.
Thank you. Yeah.
What are some of, like, the goals that you have, like, maybe, like, in content creation or just, like, yourself, your life? Like, what are some things that you're hoping in the next couple years?
Okay, so for content, we did talk about this. I want to post more long form videos on YouTube.
Welcome, join us as we can, like, try to.
Oh my gosh.
I have literally been saying this to everyone who's, like, been telling me, like, oh yeah, I kind of want to start YouTube. I'm like, just freaking do it, because, like, you, like, don't want to regret it later. And then like, YouTube, it's a kind of platform that you can start anytime. Yeah, that's true. And it's just, like, where I see is, like, really the future, and it has been for, like, a long time. Yeah. Like, you see a lot of these big creators, or just, like, people sharing their life, and it's really, like, inspirational. So do it. Yes.
You're gonna be changing lives on YouTube.
Oh,
I already know
I hope so. So that's one of my goals. I plan to do at least 3 to 4 videos this year, because when I overwhelm myself, I notice I don't follow through with it. So that's for content. That's one. Obviously, like, a goal I think every content creator has is always to grow, and I just want to inspire more people. You know, I'm so grateful for the messages I get, whether it's, like, single fathers, you know, trying to raise their daughters, or mothers, and whether maybe their sons or their daughters. I'm so grateful that I'm able to touch their life in that way, because it's like we are all beautiful, and I'm like, just because people hate so much, you know, they can go to the side.
Yeah.
But okay, so content with life. I will say I did tell you both, but I'm working on something for a business. I'm very excited for. Again, you guys have to keep following me, excuse me, for that. But I'm very excited because you know, as you're adulting, you want to call things that are yours, right? Whether it's moving out, whether it's a business, whether it's, you know, just something, right? So even though I just want to tell you, like, age is nothing but a number. I'm 32. I'm just excited for calling things mine, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And then what else? I do want to travel more. Especially, you know, my goal is, like, before I hit 40 to go to all the states.
Oh, that's a lot.
Wait, do it.
No, I do plan on it.
Wait, did you see this one YouTuber? Him and his wife did 50 states in 50 days, and they just finished, and it's on YouTube.
Wow.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
You should.
That's your start. That's your one. That's one. Your one video.
Money for that. How much? I'm gonna ChatGPT. How much is this gonna cost me? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are kind of like my goals. But I definitely do want to. So I definitely do want to go back into acting. I miss it. I miss it so much. I am very fun fact. I also do voiceover acting.
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I think there's just something about it where you're given a blank canvas of a picture, right? And then you get to add like the quirks to the character. Like, is she gonna talk like this, or is it like, oh, he's gonna talk like this? Like, it's just, I find it so, like, I can go on and on about it. But I definitely want to go back into voiceover acting. I used to take a lot of classes. I missed it a lot. My goal, it'd be so cool to I think either if Disney and Pixar or even DreamWorks is open to it, to have a Filipino story. And I would love to be the voiceover for that character, if that makes sense.
That would be really cool.
So I'm putting it out there. Remember this day, watch it happen. I'm like, oh my gosh!
That would be insane. Hopefully this character sings, because we know you can sing. Please sing a few bars for us.
Okay.
Like,
well, let me see. Okay. Oh my God, I'm really gonna do it. Oh, you asked for it. Sorry. Okay, guys, this happened out of nowhere, but my nail did fall. That's why I don't know if you noticed in the parts that I was like trying to hide my finger, but also I'm like, where's this damn nail? Like, it's I need. So, you know, things happen on the fly, guys. It's right here. Putting it in my pocket. But so fun fact, when it comes to singing, I'm like, I love music. So whether it may be like Earth, Wind, and Fire, or Aerosmith. Like, I can go from rock to alternative to R&B to 90s. Although my favorite genre would be late 90s R&B, like anything TLC, SWV, Boyz II Men, like Mariah Carey, like fantasy, like very, like that is my core. And shout out to my kuya, because everyone's like, he brought you up, right? Because he introduced you to all of this. But my core at heart, and I think it's because of the voiceover acting, I love musical theater.
yes, me too.
Like Anastasia is one of my favorites. Little Mermaid, I can, like, you asked me to sing it, I will sing it right now.
Oh, yes,
That's something. Okay, let me see.
I'm so excited.
The mic far because my voice is loud. Hold on.
Okay, brace yourselves, everyone. This is your warning.
Shalala.
Sha-la-la-la-ba.
Oh, yeah. Listen to me. The human world is a mess. Life. Okay, hold on. Let me start. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around down those, what do you call them? Feet.
Oh my gosh, your range is so good.
Oh my
Your range is so good.
That was incredible. Wait, would you ever go on American Idol now?
I don't know. I mean,
Ooh.
I would be. I honestly, it looks scary, but if there was an opportunity, so okay, I've gotten asked this question. I've been wanting to do reality TV. Now,
Yes.
we're not doing dating because wow, this is the first time I'm gonna say it in public. Someone's talking to somebody, but anyway, I would do The Circle on Netflix.
Ooh,
yes,
that's
that's a
I'm
good
waiting for them
one.
to do casting. They haven't casted in a while, but when they do, best be known your girl's gonna try to get on.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited
That
for
would
that.
be
Yes.
so
But you know,
cool.
honestly, people have asked me, "Would you play yourself or another
Yeah,
person?"
yeah.
I want to be myself.
Yes.
I mean, it's so hard. I'm
Yeah.
not the best at lying.
Yes,
So like,
yes.
I was just being
But you
myself.
could do like different voices and like, you
That's
know what I mean?
That's
Like you're good at
true.
that.
That's
so.
true. But
Yeah.
I think I'd stay to my core and I'll be myself.
Yes, no, I like that.
But yeah.
Dude, that was incredible.
Yeah, no,
you were just
literally.
like, I know.
Like jaw drop.
It's so funny because when people like they know I can sing, but I think once it's like either a character like Mulan or just something Disney realm or Broadway, they're just like, because it's, you know, Broadway is so different really much from the core of it all. And like, of course, theater, like they didn't have mics back then, so you have to really like,
Project.
and which is why
Yeah.
I don't really need this.
She doesn't need this mic.
Like, I could be singing on
The only person here who needs the mic is me because
dead.
no one can hear me.
No, but yeah, I love musical theater. It's a big like I can go on and on. Like I was just telling someone like, oh, the hair is giving me Chicago and all that jazz.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm a musical dork at heart. But yeah.
Yeah, would you ever create your own music?
So I have created
Oh
my
yeah,
own
from
music.
before. Yes, that's true.
Where can people find your
I'm
albums?
Spotify. If you look on Spotify, if you type in HNY and B, you'll find me. Oh, that rhymed. But I haven't written music in a while. I think it's because I'm trying to really focus on growing on social media and then hopefully jumping into it again. But I honestly wouldn't know what type of music I would want to do because it's just like I love pop, but then I also love island reggae and musical theater. So it's like I'm so indecisive. It would be so hard for me actually. But honestly, whatever happens. I'm just like I go with the flow kind of thing.
Yes, I love it.
I'm excited for you.
I know, me
you.
too. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
to
you
our
for
podcast.
having me.
I'm like, this was such a good episode.
Yeah.
I feel like we learned a lot, and I hope hopefully you guys learned a
Yes.
lot.
And
too.
you guys got a free concert.
I know, seriously. Yeah. Before we end,
Yes.
where can people find you?
Yes.
And
Let's see. So Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, and
YouTube.
Thank you. It's Life Through Honeybee, and it's like life spelled as life. And then through THROUGH, and then another H for HNY and B. So
Yes.
Life Through Honeybee.
yes,
Cute.
yeah. And then if you guys need a refresher, it's gonna be in the caption.
Thank you.
But you heard it from her, so it's truth.
Yes.
But thank you so much for coming
Thank
onto
you
the
guys for having
podcast.
me.
Yes, and thank you guys for watching. You know, we release episodes every Tuesdays on Spotify and YouTube. And yeah, just stay tuned, and you can follow us at Just One Bite Pod. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.